What is going on today, you guys? Here we are going to be doing some more restoration tonight. And this time, I got a couple of sad irons, you guys. You might be asking what that is. These are the irons that you would use to iron your clothes. That kind of iron, you guys. And they did not have electricity back then. They heated this up on like a hot pad. And that's how they used it. Unfortunately, both of mine are missing their handles. However, it should be pretty easy to attach new handles once we get them out of the rust shells, you guys. These absolutely need electrolysis, you guys. Check out that rust buildup. That is insane. And it's like that because they used these since the 1800s and it even led into the 1900s, you guys. Almost 200 years they use these things for. I was doing some digging online on their history, and almost every single one that I've seen has a bunch of stamping on it, whether it be brand names or it says Sad Iron itself on there. So I'm really hoping to find some words on these things, you guys. First thing is first, we gotta get these things in the electrolysis bucket. I gotta get that thing set up. Let's head over there. Now it's time to add the special ingredient here, you guys, is super washing soda. Apparently this is the only stuff that causes this chemical reaction here. Alright guys, well we got one of them wrapped up, ready to go. These things are heavier than they look here, and two of these things was just too heavy for the wire to hold, you guys. I wanted to unwrap. We're gonna do one by one, but that's no problem there. We got all the time in the world. Let's drop this bad boy in, get our leads hooked up, and watch some bubbles. And instantly, you guys, as soon as I hooked up that ground cable to the rebar, the chemical reaction begins, and you can see the bubble. That's that softening of the rust, and eventually it all just flakes off, and it'll attract itself to all of our electrodes in the water, our other rebar with the wire tied around. It's kind of like an electromagnet. But let me get the charger on here because we're going to let this sit for quite a while. Boom, charger's on there. We're all good to let this thing sit for a while, you guys. You see all those rust flakes already starting to pool up around that rebar back there? It's crazy how good this process works. But we'll check back in probably 10 or 12 hours for you guys. Alright guys, first thing this morning, I took the leads off, the battery was dead. It's been sitting here kind of just stagnant for a couple hours, and look at all of the rust that is sitting at the bottom of this tank, you guys. It is freaking insane. It looks like it's a ½ inch thick down there, man. Absolutely insane. This is the process that works wonders on our magnet fishing finds for you guys. Let me throw some gloves on and let's get this bad boy on the bench. All right, you guys, I got that wire all unwrapped on the one that we did the electrolysis on. There is a obvious difference between the two, you guys. That is down to bare metal right there. Flip it over. You can see that little bit of a shine there, you guys. Heck yeah, this is gonna turn out fantastic here. The only thing that I'm hoping for is to get some legible stamping on here so that maybe we can see the manufacturer, or even better, the manufacturer year that it was made, you guys. At this point, I'm just gonna focus on this one. I'm gonna get the drill, die grinder out, and some scraping tools because I'd like to see a comparison between before and after. And after that step, I'll do everything to this one as well. But let's get started. All right, first thing I'm gonna go at this with is a pick, just to see how loose the rest of this rust is here. Because there is some times where this stuff literally just flakes off after the fact. Still got a little crusty on there. Gonna take a little persuasion. It's not as easy coming off as I thought it was going to. I mean, if these sad irons were used in the 1800s, you're talking potentially 200 years of rust buildup. That's just absolutely insane. Multiple generations of rust buildup. That's crazy, man. All right, let's grab something a little more aggressive here. All right, next tool, I got the die grinder out, and I'm hoping that these bristles are going to chip away rather than grind the rust down. Let's find out. All right, you guys, check that bare metal out right there. I got a good feeling that this thing's gonna be pretty darn shiny once I'm done with it here. But I like how this die grinder's acting on this rust here. This wheel is just aggressive enough to take material away from rust, but it will not do it to the metal. All right, that bottom side's looking pretty darn good, other than some minor pitting on there. That's normal for 200 years worth of rust. Sad to say I don't see any stamping on the bottom, so hopefully it's all up on the top there, or the rust doesn't like deteriorate it enough where we can read it. But we got a lot of work left to do. I am gonna take this to the vise now though, because I would like to sit it straight up like that and go at it side by side here. Asbestos? Asbestos? So, wait, what? So that does say sad iron right there. So that's absolutely what this is. No question about it. It's a sad iron, but asbestos? After we get done here, I'm going to do some Google searching. Is it a brand or, like, what the heck, man? What do you mean asbestos? Heck yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for there, you guys. We got the asbestos sad iron. Those letters don't look too bad, especially on that top logo there, man. That's actually better than I thought it was going to be. The sad iron's looking a little sad, but that's no big deal. We already knew what it was before we saw that. So let's just get this thing all nice and shiny. Only got a little bit left to clean up here. Looking nice there, man. There's literally hardly any pitting on that side, which makes me think that it was stuck in the mud. This side being face down. Look at the difference between the two there. There may still be a little bit of rust shell on there, but I don't want to be too aggressive with this thing because I'm going to sit it up like this and keep the nice side facing up. So it doesn't really bother me there. I don't want to waste too much time on the bottom there. This thing's looking real nice, you guys. So let me get this thing back on the bench top there under some better light, and we'll compare it to the one that we haven't restored yet, you guys. It's night and day difference. All right, guys, here it is. Check out that label on there. That looks very, very nice. I bet I could probably get like a pick and fix up the sad part of it there. As you can see, it's kind of, there's still a little bit of rust shell stuck on there. But compare it to when we first started, you guys, I don't know if these are two identical sad irons here. Like, whereas if I were to clean this one up, it would say the exact same thing as that. I'm pretty darn curious, you guys. These make for some great decor or like a collection of something like that, you guys. Like I said, this could be 150 years old. Who the heck knows? They use these for a long, long time, you guys. Super cool. Maybe there's a bit of value yet. I don't know. I haven't done much research on it yet, but that is freaking cool. All right, at this point, I do want to know what is on top of this, if they're the same irons here. So I'm going to put this one in the electrolysis tank. I'm going to let it sit there for a little bit longer than the other one. I feel like that was still kind of hard to get that rust shell off. It shouldn't have been that hard. So let's do just that, you guys. I'm going to refresh the tank with new water. I'm going to drop this bad boy in. All right, guys, we just gave that top there on the second one a simple service. And I'm going to stop right here because we absolutely know that it is a duplicate of our asbestos irons here, our sad irons. Now, I still don't know why they're called asbestos. Like, okay, we got cast iron here, but on the inside, is it asbestos in there? Did that perhaps help heat the middle there, you guys? The asbestos in the middle? I have no idea why they're called that. This one's in great shape, you guys. I'm very satisfied with the condition of this sad iron here, you guys. It's super cool. And the fact that they were using these things for almost 200 years is absolutely insane. Like, how many clothes did this particular iron before? You know what I'm saying, you guys? Absolutely incredible history here. Another satisfied restoration for me, you guys. When I get some spare time, I'm gonna get that thing down to bare metal just like this. Check that out, you guys. Heck yeah. That thing is super freaking cool. You can tell on this one, I suppose I would say we could all tell on this one here that this pitting was going to be much more severe than on the first one that we cleaned up, you guys. But at least we know that they are duplicates. Now, another interesting thing about these two irons, you guys, is they were found miles apart in different cities. So did they have like a complete monopoly on all the sad irons, you guys? That's insane. Pretty cool, you guys. I'm going to wrap this one up for today. Move on to a different project here. As again, I'm super satisfied with how these two turned out. Not sure what I'm going to do with these two guys yet, but they're absolutely gonna make the shelf for my best Magna fishing finds, you guys. I love how that cleaned up. But that is it for today, you guys. If you enjoyed today's restoration project, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to help stay tuned for the next one, you guys. I have many more projects to go through, you guys. That list is long and we're slowly getting through them here. But that's it for today, you guys. See ya.